Oh, my kitty's kitty's being so sweet. Aww. Aww. And she has claws. I forgot to mention in that last video titled Reptilians Mining for Gold or something like that, that the Draconians, they also have wings. And I think that the Draconians might have wings because the Carians might have created the Draconians. And the Carians are a bird type of sort of alien race of people stuff. And that's probably why the Draconians have wings, is because the Carians have wings. And a few years ago, before I was in Job Corps, I watched the video with Credo Mutwa and David Icke, and it's about 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 59 seconds, or something like that. And I think there's a part 2 after that, but I can't remember. But I watched it, and I thought it was very enlightening. And if you ever get a chance to watch it, Credo Mutwa seems like a pretty interesting guy. He's an African shaman from Africa, and he talks about different things about he talks about the reptilians in the interview with David Icke, and I don't remember everything. I just started watching a little bit of it, maybe almost half of it just now, but I gotta go to bed and go to work to be a slave tomorrow, so I'll try to watch the rest of it later. But so far of what I've seen just now, of what I can remember, some of it, because I gotta go to bed, but he was saying that he went into a hole with this guy, and he told him to eat something, and it tasted like a coppery metal taste, like eating the taste of putting a penny in your mouth. And when he ate it, he said he got very sick, and he got a rash all over his body, and the guy told him if he lived longer than 2 days, then he would get some type of powers. I have to keep watching the video, but Credo Mutwa talks about the reptilians, and he calls them the Chitahori, and he says, David Icke mentions it too, and Credo Mutwa says yes. And you've heard of the expression, giving someone the evil eye. The evil eye is said to be from some of the Chitahori down under Africa. Supposedly they have the third eye on their forehead, and that if you look them in that eye, you die instantly because they're so powerful. And what happened? The battery got low, so the flash went off, of course. But I find the Credo Mutwa David Icke interview very fascinating. Extremely fascinating. Especially the part when Credo Mutwa talks about that he was taken, I think it was beside a mountain, I'm not for sure, but he was taken in some kind of room. He didn't know where he was at. Supposedly there were some Chitahori, which is reptilians. Supposedly one of them raped him, and he was on this metal table, and there's this weird looking alien, and he said that her boobs were like way higher than what they should be, and that it had no emotion in its face. And Credo Mutwa said that it poked him in, I think on his ass cheek or something. It felt like it stuck to his bone. I'm thinking maybe the reptilian probably took part of his bone from his butt bone to use it for something. Because he said he didn't even really know what happened, but that's probably what happened. It probably took samples of his bone, and it probably took samples of... He said it stuck something up his nose, and there was blood spilling out of his nose, and he was choking on his blood. And I think it took a sample of his brain or some shit. Maybe it stuck it up his nose, you know, and took a piece of his brain. But then he said there was another one standing beside him that looked metally, like a giant metal being. Some weird shit. I think he said it happened in 1959, but I'm not quite sure on that, but it happened a while back. And Credo Mutwa, he's an African shaman, so he's been initiated into being a shaman, but he had to do a lot of crazy things to be able to be told about the stuff. Like, he said he had to eat the brains of a 2-day-old dead corpse in the interview. And after he ate the brain of the corpse, the people from the tribe told him some information. Now, supposedly the shamans, there's only like 2 shamans in the entire world. I think that's what David Icke was saying. And supposedly the shamans, they get told history of Africa from a very long time ago, since like the beginning of time, before Jesus, way to the beginning of time of humans and stuff. And he said that the African culture of the history of Africa is dying. And that's why Credo Mutwa had the interview with David Icke, because Credo Mutwa wanted the story to be told to the world, because he said the history of Africa, it needs to get spread around the world, because if not, then the true history of Africa, there'll be no more of it, because everyone keeps trying to change the stories and stuff. Supposedly, Credo Mutwa and this other shaman, they're like the last ones. Supposedly, you gotta get a lot of pain just to learn this stuff. But I read David Icke's book, Children of the Matrix, and I was like, wowed. I wish I would have kept it. Thank you, Enoch, for letting me read that book, and I'm sorry I didn't give it back to you. I think it's either someone might have threw it away, or it might be in storage somewhere. But David Icke's got a bunch of books, and I want to buy some more. I gotta buy them online, because I don't have any more. But there's a lot of cool stuff to talk about, man. Like, if I meditate, more stuff will come to me, but hold on, maybe if I meditate, hold on. I think I'm just really sleepy. I probably gotta go to bed. That sucks. I wish I never had to sleep. Sleeping is so annoying. It's so gay. Because then you gotta wake up and you don't want to get out of bed and you're like, no, I gotta get out of this damn bed. Fuck, no. But I'm gonna tell you some more really cool stuff later. I might talk more about Credo Mutwa or David Icke. But I think David Icke, I don't think he's really bullshitting. I think he's onto some shit. I think in one of his books I think I had like 3 books of him, but I had to move and they're gone. I'm gonna try to get them back one day, but I think in one of his books he was saying that somewhere in Europe, that when he was a lot younger, I don't know if it was a kid or a teenager, I think he might have been saying that they wanted him to participate in some type of human sacrifice event. And he didn't want to do that shit. I mean, David Icke's probably a reptilian, but hey, really we all are. We all look like we look human, so you would never know that we are a reptilian ourselves, but we're like half breeds of reptilians or some shit. I guess I better go to sleep. And I'll talk about some more interesting shit later. Bye. Say bye, Kiki. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.